Hillsborough Castle in Northern Ireland. It was here that the Queen made her first official appearance after the result of the referendum. The future of the province has been questioned in the aftermath of the vote. The only question, it seemed, in the mind of Deputy First Minister Martin McGuinness was the health of the British sovereign.
Hello. Are you well?
Thank you very much. I'm still alive.
Nice to see you again.
56% voted for Northern Ireland to remain in the EU. The result has raised long-term political questions. Now there is a groundswell of opinion among the Republicans that a referendum on the reunification of the island should be agreed. It is something that will be in the in-tray of the next British Prime Minister.
Whoever it is going to have to deal with what we think is a legitimate demand from Sinn Féin on foot of a vote that is so hugely detrimental to the people of the North, to, in a civilised way, conduct a border poll referendum.
The Storm and Peace Accords of 1998 have provided for such a poll, as Brexit has caused a change in the current situation. Not least on the border, which partitions the north and the south and stretches almost 500 kilometres. Today, people cross it freely and face no security checks or passport controls. In rural communities, the border cuts through villages. It separates farms and families, and perhaps it is difficult to perceive of how people go between the two countries. Now Brexit has created a border with the European Union, and London could impose restrictions of movement. The border issue has reignited old fears.
I think it'd be a disaster. It'd have to have a border again. And we had it. We tried to get rid of it for 100 years, so we don't want it back.
It is a situation about which the Irish politicians are well aware, as with this councillor.
It will have to be an agreement between the remaining members of the European Union and Britain as to how people can move across this border. And we don't want to see a situation whereby going from one village to the other, going between members of our own families on either side of it, we require passport controls or anything like that.
The vote to leave the EU could also severely impact on the economy across the island, especially in Northern Ireland, excluded from the single market, while the Republic of Ireland remains.
1 in 4 families in Northern Ireland depend on trade passing across this border. 50,000 jobs directly responsible for the trade that happens. We need to make sure that those barriers are not re-erected.